San Diego is obviously known for some great weather and some beautiful beaches, but what if you're somebody that cares about staying active, eating clean, and living a long, balanced life? Well, some neighborhoods here just do it better. Today, I'm breaking down some of the absolute best places to live in San Diego if a healthy lifestyle is your top priority. These areas are gonna have trails, gyms, farmers market, and a wellness culture built just right into them. Let's get into it. By the way, my name is Nick and you guys are reaching out all the time and we love helping you out. So if you're thinking about making a move in or around San Diego, just shoot us a text, shoot us an email, or just straight up give us a call so we can help you save a ton of time and help you with your real estate goals right here in San Diego. Now, if you're looking for areas that have pretty much everything, walkability, organic eats, outdoor living, and just a fitness culture built into the community, this is gonna be an awesome video. So let's just jump straight into the first one, which we cannot forget: Encinitas. Now, when I think of this place, I literally think of cool, wellness, laid back, all packaged into one area in San Diego. And it's unlike a lot of the other areas that we're actually talking about. It's got this big surf culture over here. You literally have yoga studios, juice bars, organic cafes all over the place. There's even a very walkable and long 101 Coast Highway that has just shops, bars, restaurants, cafes for miles, all the way from literally Cardiff, which is like the southern end of Encinitas, going all the way up to the tip of North Encinitas, which is Leucadia. And if you're just really into surfing, or maybe you just like morning walks on the beach with your coffee, there is some glorious beaches here, like big cliffside ones. You're gonna have beacons, stone steps, moonlights. Swami's is another great one, and when I think of Swami's or that area, you have the meditation gardens right there if you want to go meditate on the cliffs, and you can even go grab a smoothie over at the Swami's Cafe right there. And this is all very walkable, which is probably my favorite part about Encinitas. And every Sunday, you're gonna have the weekly farmers market over there in Leucadia at the Paul Ecke Elementary School, which is a good time, some really fresh produce. You're gonna have local vendors. You're going to have some really good food trucks show up and people making just different types of cultural food that is delicious. And I would say Encinitas has this big community vibe. Like, if you go to this farmers market a few times a month, you're gonna start to get to know people, you're gonna recognize people, you're gonna be chatting. That's just the overall vibe over here. And something I've really noticed about Encinitas is you literally have every walk of life here. There is such a mixed demographic, and we've helped everybody from younger families move here to retirees, and it is a lifestyle that's great for both, because as a family, you have some of the best public schools here in San Diego. You have parks galore, you have beaches, and if you're retiring, this is the lifestyle that I would personally want. You can walk to the beach, you can go to new restaurants that are popping up, you can go to bars, you can meet people. There's just so much to do for every walk of life. And food is obviously a big consideration depending on where you're gonna live, especially if you wanna have more healthy options. Well, here in Encinitas, you have a plethora. Whether you like to just cook at home and not even go out and eat ever, you have Lazy Acres, you're gonna have a Sprouts, you have a Trader Joe's, you have a ton of options for organic and fresh foods, which is awesome. And if you like to go eat out, this is going to be probably your best spot in North County, San Diego, hands down, for food options. You have some really good organic food places like Good Anya, you're gonna have Lotus Cafe. I mean, the list literally goes on and on with some of these foods over here. Fish 101, I mean, places just keep popping into my head when I think about the food options. And a big bonus to the area is going to be having something called the Coaster. Most of the coastal areas here in San Diego have a coaster station stop, which is our local train, but this is great because you don't have to commute all the way up to Oceanside, or if you want to go check out Solana Beach or go all the way to downtown San Diego, you just go park at the coaster station or walk there, hop on that. You have access all over San Diego, and it's just a big feature. Now, obviously, when you get all these cool perks and it's all in your neighborhood, it comes at a pretty penny, whether you're gonna be renting or buying over here. Now, you will have plenty of options if you want a condo or a townhome with some walkability. You'll definitely have options starting around $1 million. And then if you want a detached single family home, you have everything from mixed cottages to some very high-end modernized homes with ocean views. So prices really for a single family will start right around 1.3, going well up to 5 million and above. Now we're gonna head a little bit more central and land in North Park. And this one's gonna be a lot different in the sense where this is more for my urban wellness crowd. It's a lot more dense down here, and the location is something to definitely highlight, because if you like to have a ton of walkability where you literally do not need a car, this is gonna be a great spot. Now, one thing you'll definitely notice is there is a lot more of a younger crowd. Now, maybe you're older and you're young at heart, North Park is going to be awesome, but there is a ton of young professionals down here. You're really close to downtown San Diego in the International Airport, which is a great highlight. You're probably like 10-15 minute drive, which is very appealing to a lot of people. And you have Balboa Park really close, which is kind of like our central park here in San Diego. You know, you got biking in there, you got jogging, you got museums, you got tennis, you got a lot going on in there. But North Park alone just has a ton of stuff to do. There's biking, you can get everywhere by bike, e-bike. You're gonna have organic cafes. You're gonna have I would say a lot of not so healthy choices when it comes to food too, because there is a lot of bars, some really trendy cocktail bars and restaurants. It is a ton of fun down here if you want to have a night with friends, but you still do have a ton of healthy options when it comes to yoga studios. You're gonna have juice bars, all that fun stuff. And one thing to note down here in North Park is if you have certain special dietarian, preferences, whether you're vegan or vegetarian, you're gonna have a lot of options. One place that comes to mind is the Loving Hut. This spot is really good if you want some more vegetarian or vegan options, all the way up to, vegan taco shops. You have Tacotarian. So there is a lot of great options when it comes to that. And the farmers market here is going to be every Thursday. And what I like about this farmers market is it's actually in the evening. You'll notice a lot of farmers markets here in San Diego tend to be in the early afternoon or late morning. This one actually starts at around 3, I believe, and ends at 7. Now, when it comes to your housing, this is gonna be one of your more price-friendly options out of this entire list that we talk about, where you can find rent for a little less, and you can also find houses for a tad less. Now, when it comes to condos and townhomes, you can find stuff definitely below $1 million, right around $600,000 to $750,000. It's not gonna be big, it's gonna be pretty small, but you can find stuff right there in the heart of North Park. And when it comes to your detached home, you have some very charming homes here, very historical, craftsman style, two-door, anything you can think of, you're going to have that older historic home. But prices on these, they're gonna be more expensive. They're gonna start around 1.4 to 1.5 million. Going up to a few million. But the beauty of this place is you can house hack very well down here, meaning a lot of these have detached ADUs, and you'll have some rental options too if you want to go that route. Next, we're going to go over to La Jolla. Now, this is going to be one of your most luxurious, healthiest areas to live here in San Diego. And I think a lot of you have definitely heard of La Jolla, but I know a lot of you have visited, whether you live across the country or in a different part of the world. A lot of people, when they come to San Diego, that is like the crown jewel where everyone seems to go. Now, La Jolla is hands down one of the most luxurious areas in all of San Diego, with everything from its dining scene to its shopping scene to just its access to nature all over the place. You're gonna have some beautiful beaches, wind and sea. You're gonna have the La Jolla Cove, whether you wanna go snorkeling or do some stand-up paddleboarding. You can do that all over the coast here. You also have Black's Beach, which is probably my favorite beach here in San Diego. You're gonna have trail access over there at Torrey Pines, and the views are just breathtaking all over the place. And once you absorb all this and go do your outdoor activities, you have a ton of high-end wellness spas. You're going to have private gyms, and you can even have personal trainers that will literally just show up to your house, and chances are, whatever house you have, you're probably gonna have some epic views where you could probably work out and just watch the dolphins from there. And after you wrap up a day of doing that, you're probably gonna work up an appetite, and you have a ton of great dining options that you're not gonna feel super lethargic and full. These are some good food options over here. And just to name a few, you're gonna have options like Parakeet Cafe, you're gonna have Trilogy Sanctuary, and True Food Kitchen is not too far away, just right there in UTC. So the options with the food over here are pretty much endless. But hey, let's say you don't like to eat out or you're just cooking at home a lot. Whole Foods. I can't tell you how many people in their wants and needs list, when they say they're moving to San Diego, they need a Whole Foods within 10 minutes. Well, here in La Jolla, you have a Whole Foods. Now, if you were thinking La Jolla is expensive, I'm here to tell you that it definitely is. If you're looking for prestige and just upscale living, this is gonna be one of those areas. It's one of the most priciest places to live in all of Southern California. Now, if you're renting, it's still gonna be expensive. If you're buying, it's definitely gonna be expensive. Now, you can find condo and townhome options starting around and just below $1 million, but if you want that single family home that most people want in La Jolla, you want views, you wanna be in a good location, it is gonna run you easily upwards of $4 to $5 million. That's where you're gonna start to see the most options, but you can find a few detached options starting at about $2.5 million. And guys, if you're getting any value from this video, it would mean the world to us if you just go down there, hit that like button, and of course, if you have any questions on San Diego or thinking about making a move here, we would love to be your real estate resource of choice. All of our information is just right there down below. Next up is gonna be Carmel Valley, and if you have a health conscious family, this might just be your spot. You have so much to love about this community. You have endless trails throughout this area. You're gonna have a ton of parks and green spaces, and you have a crowd favorite, which is gonna be newer built homes. Now, I do wanna mention, if you are a family and you're looking for just convenience, accessibility, top schools, and just an overall community feel, this is gonna hit all of those. I mean, the schools are amazing, some of the best here in San Diego. You're gonna have Torrey Pines High School, Canyon Crest Academy, Pacific Trails Middle School. Those are just to name a few. There is so many over here that are just amazing when it comes to academics. Now, the shopping is literally the best part. I mean, you could take a 5-minute drive from your house and you're gonna be at a huge shopping center. You got Pacific Highlands Ranch, where you got a Trader Joe's, you have a gym, you have tons of food over there, really good food options. And then if you head over to more of Carmel Valley proper, you're going to have the Del Mar Highlands, which is a giant shopping center. There's gotta be over 100 stores in here. You're gonna have a Jimbo's, Skydeck for some really good dining options. And if you go right across the street, you're gonna have the newly built, well, in the last couple years, One Paseo, which is a lot of fun for retail shopping, grabbing a coffee at Parakeet Cafe, Blue Bottle Cafe. You have so many options. So if you're looking for a place that's safe, convenient, and just has that master plan feel to it, this is gonna be a great location. Now, it is gonna be on the higher price side, especially with all of those amenities and everything you get. Prices here for a detached home are really gonna start right at about $2.5 to $2.8 million, going well up to $5 million. And if you're okay with a condo or townhome, you can definitely find some options right below $1 million. Now we're gonna head just west of Carmel Valley. We're actually gonna land in Del Mar and Solana Beach. And I wanted to package these two together because they are very similar and they're both super small areas. So they're very charming, especially if you're looking for that small town feel on the beach, on the coast. These both are going to be great options for you. So if you're looking for coastal luxury at more of a slower pace than, let's say, La Jolla or Encinitas, this is gonna give you that feel over there. Whether you wanna go for a jog on the 101, or you wanna go take a Pilates class or a yoga class, or maybe you wanna take your dogs to Dog Beach, that is what the lifestyle is exactly like over here. And both of the downtown areas are very charming. They're a lot of fun, definitely worth visiting, but you have some really good organic cafes. Whether you're down in Del Mar, you got B-Side Balcony, Flower Child, or maybe you're in Solana Beach, right there off of Cedros Avenue. The Designs District is just so cool, ton of shopping. You got the Belly Up Tavern, and you also have Naked Cafe and Claire's on Cedros, just to name a few. Now, both of these areas are going to be very ideal for kind of a high-end living with that coastal zen. Now, prices between the two are very similar. For condos and townhomes, you can find options just north of $1 million. I'd say 1.2, 1.3. You'll find some very good options with some walkability. Now, they're not gonna be huge. They'll be a little bit smaller, maybe 1,000 to 1,500 square feet, but single family homes are definitely going to be on the pricier side, starting right at about 2.5, 3 million, going well up to $6, $7 million. And I will say the neighborhoods over here are very charming in both areas. I mean, you have big mature trees. Every house looks completely different than the other, and it just has a very charming lifestyle over here. I also had a few bonus mentions in my back pocket that I definitely wanted to share with you. Definitely be looking in areas like Poway, which is gonna be great for nature lovers. You're gonna have trails. It's very quiet, ton of space to garden. You're gonna have a bigger property over here. And also Carlsbad is gonna be a great one. It's very similar to Encinitas, but the price point is a bit better, but you're gonna get kind of the same lifestyle over there with more of a master plan feel. And I can't forget to mention Oceanside. This is gonna be a big twist in the next couple of years because there are so many healthy options for food, and just active lifestyle is just growing up here in Oceanside. So that's definitely a place where you can get in on the coast for a little bit less right now. But those are pretty much all of the areas I wanted to share with you guys. And if you're thinking about relocating here to San Diego, let's chat. We help people literally every single week with that decision on where is gonna work best depending on their budget and lifestyle. So reach out, all of our information is right there down below. And I also have a couple other videos right here that you'll probably find helpful as well. I'll see you there.